Fine. There's no audio here.
Sorry?
I can hear him bumbling.
Oh, really? Can you hear me better now?
No?
Yeah, how about now?
Go there with you.
Can everybody hear me out there?
Well,
Yeah, we can hear you. We
A
can
little
hear
better
you.
now, yeah.
You can hear us, okay? So we proceed one? Yes, sir. First item is, old business, approval of minutes from 10/27, and actually 9/22.
there's some sort of echo. It's like gargling.
Okay, 1 second.
Be careful, Oliver. Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, it's because of the new fish tank. It's not working like it used to work before the fish tank. We got these two work. Yeah, they all work. Okay, hello, everybody. Can you hear me now? Yeah, we can hear you here.
Yes.
Mr. Villalobos, can you hear us?
Ahora sí.
Okay. Mr. Ben, okay, can I vote on since only 2 members were present at the other 2 meetings, can we still approve the minutes? No, that's fine. You can table it till the next meeting. We'll defer that to the next meeting. Next case. New business agenda item number 1, which is variance theory. Address of the property is 1401 Southwest 58th Avenue, West Miami, Florida. Andrews Verona. Applicant is requesting to build a 32 by 15 feet aluminum patio in the backyard within the 6.5 feet of the rear property line, where 15 is required by the zoning ordinance 282.
You have the same issue.
The property is a normal shaped lot, and the applicant are requesting a canopy in this rear, in this area that serves as a backyard. Original house was placed further back in the setback requirements on both front and side setback. Zoning ordinance 282, section 4, recorded as 9901.
The audio is very bad.
The audio from mine, you can't hear me?
It's like gurgling.
What? Gurgling.
It gurgles.
Okay, how about now?
I can hear you, but I cannot hear the Mr. Paz.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Villalobos?
There's an echo there.
I have to. Okay.
And it gurgles. It goes. I can hear only half of what you say.
Can you hear me now better? Can you hear me now? Yeah, what I'm hearing is the problem is that the sound in the room. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I got the mic back on. The sound in the room goes through the camera here in order to record it to Zoom. But the actual volume that we have in the room is interfering, I guess, with what they're hearing out in the phone. Okay. Is the mic on?
You have the same problem with Mr. Pena.
Yeah, I don't believe.
I'm sorry?
I have the same problem with you, Juan.
Yes, I know. Well,
Okay, I'll try to speak louder. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and table the minutes for the next meeting. And Mr. Bennett already read agenda item number 1. What is currently underneath there? Is there a slab or solid or?
Mr. Verona, do you want to give us a presentation of what you intend to do and what's there now?
So at the moment, on the, I guess that's the south side of my house. That's it used to be a carport.
Hello, before you
Hello?
do, would you please
Name and address for the record, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
testify now? Are you going to testify now?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Please identify yourself.
I swear. My name's Anthony Verona. I'm the owner of 1401 Southwest 58th Avenue. This is Christina Verona, my wife. So can I describe what I have going on inside of the house?
All
Go
right.
ahead.
All right, thank you, sir. So we, yeah, I did. So on the side of the house, the south side of the house, there used to be a carport that the owners before us built a kitchen. And right on the outside of that kitchen is kind of our outdoor area where we have a slab of concrete. And due to COVID and everything and not being able to see family and whatnot, we decided we wanted to put an awning. And obviously, the best way for me to do an awning is putting 4 columns in the setback area. It's an aluminum awning, and it's just for me and my family to get together due to this tough times. Unfortunately, I face the short side of the block. I don't face the long side of the block. So that's considered my, if I'm not mistaken, my backyard, which I need to have a 15-foot setback. All I'm asking is to put 4 columns in that concrete area. It's an insulated aluminum. The drawings are there. And that's basically it. It's just to get the family together. That's the reason why I want it.
This is a public hearing, so I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing now. It is 7:38 p.m. for the record. If anybody from the public wishes to speak. I see nobody on Zoom and there's nobody here present, so I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Mr. Bennett, you wrote that you would recommend your recommendation. Are they aware of that, the homeowners?
I don't know if Mr. Verona had a chance to see my recommendation. I recommended to Mr. Verona was to, instead of doing 15 feet, to do 12, to see if you could leave as much setback possible from the rear property.
And that would be from the columns or the canopy itself?
Well, the canopy will still be a 12-foot canopy, but the columns will be set back further away from the property line.
Okay, and the Veronas apparently did have a hardship in the way the house was originally constructed. Any comments?
I have a comment, more of a question. Can you hear me?
No, you gotta get closer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you hear me now? Better.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question. On the side facing 58th Avenue, do you have currently a fence or a hedge or anything so that whenever you're walking by or driving by, you don't see the canopy?
There is a hedge, yes.
There is a hedge, and it's almost to the height of
Yeah, it's passing the fence, but it's not as high. It's still growing, but there is a hedge.
Okay, 5 feet, 3 feet, 7 feet.
No, but it'll grow. It'll grow. Do you know what kind of species that hedge is?
It's a
It's a
cherry
cherry hedge.
hedge.
And about what height?
right now, the height, I would say it's probably about 5 feet. I mean, we put them in small, so I would say probably 2 more years, it'll reach the height of where the canopy will be, and no one will see anything.
So there's no fence, only a hedge.
Well, there's a fence
There
too.
is a fence, but
Yes,
it's a low, like,
low chain link
Yeah.
fence.
Okay, and the hedge is in front of the chain link or behind?
In front.
Is the hedge in front of the fence of the chain link?
The hedge is on the street side. And so the fence is behind it.
The fence is basically hidden with the hedge.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Any further-
You have to, hello, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
You will have to find that there's some sort of hardship. We have to understand that a variance is not as a matter of right, but it's a change of the uses permitted in the within the city pursuant to ordinance 282. Ms. Capena, I understand that there is some sort of hardship that the applicant has requested. Is that correct?
That's correct. Again, the property, when it was originally built, it was set back further than the normal required, and therefore the structure is not possible to move the structure forward. So the request is for the variance from the rear requirement.
No, because it's attached to the house, correct? No. Oh, the canopy itself.
Sorry.
Further to the east, perhaps have the slab, I would assume. Right, it used to be a carport, so I guess it's a slab. Is there a slab there, right, Mr. Bennett?
Yes,
Not rivets, but a full-size, a regular slab.
that's correct.
And it's concrete or something decorative?
It's regular concrete.
Okay.
There's a part that extends out beyond the face of the property, right? The west face of the property.
Yes. But I believe the canopy that you're proposing, Mr. Rona, from the front wall of the property back, or including from the porch?
It would be behind the fence, behind the hedge and fence that we had discussed, and it would be heading to the north side of the property. Like basically the width of the slab of the concrete that was here when we bought the house, that's the width and length that I was going to be going, which is the size of where the carport was.
If I may ask, what is this? This is a porch, not a porch. Listen to the proposed.
Go, mommy.
Mr. Chair,
Sorry.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I saw a pop-up that someone that is the owner of the adjacent property that wanted to speak, but the pop-up faded. So there's someone in the line that I think that wants to speak about it.
Okay, I will go ahead and reopen the public hearing then. It is 7:45. Go ahead, name and address for the record, whoever from the public wishes.
Yeah, take him over there. Take him over there, please. Take him to the room.
Hi, my name is Henry Pinera and I'm the owner of the adjacent property at 1455. I just wanted to have a better idea of what this was, and I have not seen any documentation. I'm not opposed to it necessarily. I just don't have any idea what this is about. Like, is this a three-dimensional structure? Is this a, just like a, no offense, an ugly carport? Is this, I don't know what this looks like, and I'm just concerned that it may be right next to my property. And I did swing by your house the other day to just ask you about it, but you weren't available. So I don't know if you've got a diagram or something that you can just shoot me over.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind sending you a drawing. Basically, it's an insulated aluminum awning that I'm gonna have, just for us to have an outdoor seating for me to, again, like I said before, I think before you came on, to have my family over because of this tough times. So that everybody, obviously in Miami with the rain and the hot sun, if I have an aluminum structure, aluminum awning there, it's not gonna be a 3D. We're not gonna enclose it. I never plan on enclosing in the future. We just wanna have a space outside to have our family outside. The only thing I would be adding that I have is just some lights so that I have the recessed lighting on it, and that's it.
Okay, and this is on the, so my parents are the ones that live on the property.
Correct, sir. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so this is on that side of it?
Correct, yeah. Because unfortunately, that's the way the house was built. My back door to my backyard, right? I don't really have a backyard.
Yeah.
I only have 2 side yards. My side yard here is where my side door is. The other side is where the 2 bedrooms is, where one is my son's room and the other one's, the future kid's room, right? So that's my only place to kind of go out and hang out with everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally opposed to that. I just would like to understand like the height relative to the house, that it's done appropriately, and then and just if there's any protection, and this is more a question for the city, if there's any protection to make sure that in the future you can enclose it. You cannot enclose it.
If I may, yes, they will not be able to enclose.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm not asking to enclose at all. And even in the future, trust me, I don't plan on selling this house. If anything, it's going to be handed to my son.
Sir, what it's gonna look like is, if it's approved, it's just an aluminum awning, aluminum canopy. It's gonna be an open area there with the existing slab that is currently there, just a little awning roof over it. And there's no way that could be enclosed because it's just aluminum.
Yeah.
So it's like if it were to be a carport, if you will.
Yeah, no, I can kind of get the idea, but like, again, the picture is worth 1,000 words. And no offense, I just don't want it to look like Hialeah.
No, it will not. And as far as being built properly, Mr. Fano will make sure it's approved, that it meets all applicable codes, that it will be permitted, obviously, and it will be fully inspected. So we guarantee that part of it. Mr. Fano will make sure to that. Yeah.
Okay, and then from a hurricane perspective, so like how sturdy is this going to be if it's aluminum?
Mr. Fano, you wanna?
Just for the record, I want to first show the picture that I was shown, which is the front of Mr. Barona's house, to the board, so that they see that the area that is shown on the survey of the porch is actually an enclosed area of the house. And the awning will go from there backwards towards the back of the property. I'm sorry, your question now?
Well, the gentleman was asking about windows, hurricanes and windows.
Okay.
That's
The construction of the awning has to meet Florida building code, and this is a building permit. So all the information has been submitted in case it's approved to be forwarded to our building department, and our structural engineers and our other engineers will all review the materials, supplies, and the installation.
okay. Is there any further questions, sir?
Mr. Paz?
Yes.
According to page 1 of the attachment, it's going to be built to 175 miles per hour.
Okay, thank you, sir. For the attachment, it should withstand 175-mile-an-hour wind. And that is the code.
Well, that would be a matter for Mr. Paz.
Yes, sir.
That would be a matter for the building engineer. So
Currently,
a variance is granted, is recommended as a change in the for that particular area. but the final decision rests upon the city commission. Mr. Pineda, you by the city and review all the documents, and if you do not agree with that, you may have an opportunity to come before the city commission and express your opinion.
Okay, and I'm sorry, is it Angel Verona?
No, Anthony Verona. If
Anthony,
Anthony,
I'm sorry, dude, we have men and my bad.
no worries, no worries. If you want, listen, I don't mind if everything gets approved here. I don't mind showing you the prints or dropping them off to your parents tomorrow if you want me to.
Okay, I mean, if you have it electronically, I mean, there's my email.
Oh, okay.
If you can just send it to me, I just, I just want to make sure it's not Hialeah, okay?
No, it won't be. Trust me. I think you could see the front of our house, all the work we've done. We trying to make it look nicer, not worse.
No, I'm good with that. And yeah, they have done a great job on the house.
Mr. Pineda, as I said before,
On the website at the moment.
Okay, the actual plans, sir, are, Mr. Pineda, are on the website. What I would suggest is this is the group that you two get together and you can introduce yourself more formally and sit down and the Veronas would be more than happy to show you what they're proposing today. And then you have another chance, like Mr. Villalobos mentioned, to attend the city commission meeting if you're not satisfied with what's been proposed.
Gentlemen, no, everybody's mistaken. This is a variance hearing. This does not require 2 hearings.
Oh, no.
If the zoning board approves it tonight, the only way it would go to the city commission is if it wasn't approved and Mr. Verona wanted to appeal to the city commission.
Okay. Then, in that case, then, any further comments? Motion from the board? Is there?
I just wanted to clarify the record. You did call the roll, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. And I reopened the public hearing. I see a Maria Diaz on my screen. I don't know if that's somebody who wants to speak on this item, but. Mr. Penna, should we wait or
Have you checked the chat? No, that's fine. You could be able to request.
any comments, further comments from the board? Motions?
I have another question. The roof of this canopy, the actual roof, would it line up with what is labeled as porch, which in reality is like an enclosed type of room? Or is it set back?
Mr. Verona, could you answer?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that question?
The roof of the proposed canopy, will that align with what is shown to us here as labeled porch, which in reality is an enclosed room? Or would that roof set back from that porch?
No, it would connect and be not exactly flush, but about a foot back from it, so that it's behind the hedges once the hedges grow.
Is this real? It looks like what he's saying, it would be about a foot from the porch.
About a foot, and I'm wondering if he sets it back a little bit more, maybe a total of 5 feet, that would actually hide it a little bit better from the street. It create a smaller area, a smaller roofed area, but not a smaller footprint area, because the slab is already there, right?
Correct. That's the reason why I've always looked at it like the slab is there. All I'm doing is obviously building into hurricane code, and then I'm gonna make sure obviously it's behind the hedges, because I do want to have obviously my privacy as well, and have my hedges grow all around my house. You'll see there's hedges, except for the parts where I've redone the house. But I have to work on it little by little. But I mean, I would prefer to have it obviously as big as possible. The only reason why is, again, to have my family comfortable out there during these different times. And let's be honest here, we really don't know when we're going back to normal.
No, I understand, but what you're proposing here is 30.
32 by 15.
Okay,
And the whole entire area actually is a lot larger than 32. It's, I would say, additional 15 feet on top of that. So I'm not doing the entire area in the back. So I'm spacing it. I mean, where it's the front half right there. Again, it's going to be behind the fence and behind the green hedges. I've worked with Mr. Pena and Mr. Martin before in the city, and trust me, I take all their advice very seriously because I know we're all just trying to just make sure the city's still beautiful.
Would you think it was real if it was saying instead of 32, 30 feet and 75 feet from
yeah, or 5, or, more 5 feet instead of 32, 5 feet less. And then we're already recommending that it becomes a little bit narrower, so instead of 15 feet. With that recommendation.
Okay, 27.
Yeah. I mean, 12 by 27 is still
Be like 5 feet. You're proposing a 5 feet from the top of the actual
5 feet
wall.
behind that wall, and then
Porch.
meet the setback to the model.
Okay. Care to make a motion to that effect?
Great. I'd like to make a motion to approve the variance with the recommendations as appear on the staff report. The further, moving the side facing 58th Avenue, moving it back a little 5 feet from the exterior face of the porch, what is labeled porch on the site plan.
Okay, there was a
And
motion.
then I'm sorry, and then to retain the hedge, as long as that structure is there, to retain a hedge 5 feet tall or higher.
I second that one.
Okay, on the motion, Victor Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Alvaro Loaiza,
Yes.
Diana Rio,
Yes,
and I vote yes.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I have to object here because I don't have access to the plans. I don't mean to be a pain in the butt, but I think it's reasonable for me to ask to see the plans, and I've not seen the plans. I looked for the plans yesterday on the website. I could not find the plans on the website. And I would think that the plans would be attached and adjoining to the meeting, like directly associated with the meeting. As this is there's only 2 topics on the agenda, I would expect it to be included in there.
Mr. Pinheiro, the packet is on the website.
Mr. Pena, like were the adjacent homeowners notified by mail?
Yes, sir. 500 radius.
Okay, the city did notify 500 feet of this upcoming meeting. It appears perhaps maybe a mistake was made in accessing the website, or due diligence wasn't properly made. At this point, it's a little too late, and we've already taken a decision on that, and we've approved it a little smaller than what the Veronas would have preferred.
Okay, so I would like to submit for the record that the Zoom meeting was not posted on the website till yesterday. I had to call into the zoning and planning office yesterday. I got an email today with the zoning Zoom meeting. At no point in the website, do I see the plans directly on the agenda? And the website is very difficult to search.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Villalobos?
Yes, we have a problem because the gentleman, let me at the outset, Mr. Pena, you did notify the people around the area, is that correct?
500 feet.
Okay, and the records are there for people to come and review it, is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, any variance depends on the hardship that the applicant proposes, but also the variance has to be consistent with the neighborhood and scheme of regulations. So, Mr. Pineda, you have the opportunity to come, and this is only a recommendation, but it's a matter of right. I'm sorry?
Is that approval?
We took a vote and approved it, Mr. Villalobos.
I understand, but I'm just telling Mr. Pineda he can come and before the city commission and present his objections.
I'm asking for a small accommodation. I provided my email prior to this, and I've asked for the plans prior to this. All I'm asking for is for my email to pop up. You guys take care of the other agenda item, and for me to be able to review the plans. I think that's a reasonable accommodation. Hopefully the plans are in a readable format, i.e. PDF. Mr. Pena?
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm gonna defer all that to Mr. Villalobos, but we did take a vote and it has been approved with conditions. At this point, hopefully you can still acquire or take a look at the set of plans. And Mr. Pena can help you along with that route. If you can't do it tonight, you can maybe tomorrow get together with your neighbors, and they'd be more than happy to show them to you. And then, like Mr. Villalobos said, you can then ask to speak to the commission. Correct, Mr. Villalobos?
That is correct, and you have the opportunity, Mr. Pineda, to go out to the city hall and check the documentation and the renditions that Mr. Pena has on record.
Okay. Again, all I'm asking for is a link, and I just want to put this on the record. I've asked for it multiple times, simple request, a link to this documentation on the website, because I did not even get the Zoom meeting until yesterday. The Zoom meeting information was not posted until yesterday. I got an email today from Miss Mercy Soler at 12:21 with the information after I called in. So I'm questioning whether there was a good faith effort to truly notify and truly get everything on the website.
Mr. Pinera, I just sent you all the information to the email that you provided. Yeah, again, you were one of the 500 radius feet that was notified about the hearing tonight. And that was done actually more than 10 days ago.
I understand. And shortly thereafter, I knocked on, or I rang Mr. Anthony Verona's ring doorbell, and he wasn't there. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, to see the plans myself. I thought I'd be able to come here and you guys would show the plans on the video platform, and I missed it. So.
Again, Ms. Verona, the law requires us to notify you and let you know that it's available here at City Hall to view the information that you wish. You've had more than 10 days to view that information if you so desire. The link that is being provided for the Zoom is for the Zoom meeting only, and it's not required by law. We provided the information to you and notified you of the construction that was taking place. And we also made it available during the daytime hours for you to come here to City Hall in a private room and meet all COVID, requirements for you to view the information if you so desire. Again, I just sent you the information. It's in the Verona package, for the meeting tonight, and the plans are there attached to that.
Okay, for the record, there's not a single diagram in this email that you sent me. There's not a single diagram that I've been able to find right now that explains what this will look like.
Because what you are requesting certain elevations, and that is not part of the building code, no part of the Florida requirements for installation of an aluminum canopy.
Mr. Chair,
Okay, yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, it has been, there was a motion and it was carried out. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir. Mr. Bennett,
Okay.
the motion?
Mr.
Yes,
Okay. Yes,
Okay, Mr. Pineda, it has been carried out, so you have your opportunity to object before the city commission. And I suggest that you get together with Mr. Penn and review personally the file if you want to.
He's, for the record, he shared all the documentation. There is no depiction of what the structure is going to look like. It's very hard for me to, I get it. I am very willing to do so. When is the next commission meeting?
yes, Mr. Mr. Pinera, you have the option within the next 20 days to file an objection to the variance if you wish, and that will go to the city commission.
And in addition, Mr. Piero, the thing is that the structure will come out under a different permit. This is only a zoning matter, and it will be suggested or sent out to the commission as a suggestion and not as an order. So the final approval will be with the commission, and the structure will be a different application to Mr. Pena, and it will be reviewed by our engineers. You will have the opportunity to review it too. Mr. Chair, I think that the matter has been taken upon the motion, so I suggest that you go to the next item.
Okay.
Sorry,
It's now closed on this item. Does Ego stand in the,
excuse me.
Yes,
So you guys approved it for, I just want to understand. So you guys approved it, but in contingent of being 5 feet smaller, correct?
No, 5 feet behind the porch.
So,
uh,
so 5 feet behind the hedges.
no, sir.
5 feet behind the porch.
Originally was gonna be like 1 foot in from the front room that is, labeled as a porch, but it's enclosed. Originally, as you proposed it, it was 1 foot in from the wall of that structure, that room. What we approved is for it to be 5 feet. So 4 more feet, further in, away from the sidewalk, in other words.
Okay, and the only thing is, and again, I'm just throwing this out there because I didn't get a chance to talk before you guys voted on this, and I don't mind working with you guys again. But I need to, because I have a custom aluminum awning that's going to be built. This isn't just fixed slabs. I'm not going with a cookie cutter thing where it's fixed slabs of, I believe they come in 4 feet or 5 feet. So these custom aluminum slabs that are being made for me, I think are going to be in 2 feet or a foot. And so that's, again, I may be able to do 5 feet, but if I'm at 4 feet, can we just stick with 4 feet and then I'm fine? Are you fine with that or no?
No,
Again,
Mr. Varona, hello.
Yeah.
Recommendation as to zoning, okay? You cannot order anything because it might not be approved by building.
No, I understand that, sir. I haven't ordered it. It's something that I designed myself because I'm an engineer. And this is what I wanted to do. Again, if I can't, I just got to redo something. I would like to go with what I originally wanted, but that's fine. If it's 5 feet you guys have approved, that's fine with me. I'll work with it.
Is that okay, Mr. Pena?
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you all very much, and thank you, Mr.
And as I say, this is a recommendation to the city commission, okay?
Right, that was as a, for the Oh,
Mr. Fast, next item?
it's actually the roof.
Again, you've lost me in your conversations. When this item is over, you can't discuss it anymore.
We need to go to the next.
what
You read it for the record, Mr. Bell, this is recorded, so he will get
Yes.
it verbatim from the record as real state or
As
as opposed to the
opposed
original motion.
Okay, sorry about that.
To make sure. Okay, this item is closed, it's been, approved of those conditions, you can vote, and Mr. Corona, meet with Mr. Bennett tomorrow, and he can clarify everything for you. Okay?
Yeah, I will, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item.
Next on the agenda item is applicant requests a sign permit for the installation of architectural lettering with the word dance studio on the front elevation of the property. It's at 6208 Southwest 8th Street, West Miami, Florida. And it's a Genesco Partners unit from the shopping center, the strip mall that in front there of 6208. You have the pictures showing the elevation of the front of the property and what they would look like once they install the dance studio lettering on the facade there. There's actually 12.8 square feet of the 30% that's allowed by ordinance.
Okay, there's nobody here present for that item, but we can continue, correct? Mr.
Yes.
Bennett?
That's correct.
Any comments from the board?
Do we know what type of letters these are? We in the comment here, it says, pop-up letters. Are they illuminated,
No, not illuminated.
not illuminated? And in the first picture that I see here, there's a gigantic, strip light or something in there, something white that then disappears in the other picture.
Those lights are throughout the whole shopping center.
Yeah, I think it's.
That's what lights up the sidewalk area between.
And Mr. Bennett, the sign will be above that eyebrow roof.
That's correct.
Cantilever's roof.
Yes.
Right, any comments?
I wish I could see a little bit more of, the storefront. Maybe a little bit more of the shopping center.
Again, the rest of the shopping center is not part of this hearing. This is for the one location, 6208. What any other part of the shopping center has is not part of the 30% that's allowed for each individual unit.
I understand, but in terms of proportion, in terms of location, I would like to see where the other signs are.
They all have the signage in the same mansard from the awning, the roof that comes out over the shopping center.
And the letterings are different lettering, right?
There's some that are still low box signs, some that are just flat signs that were allowed in previous installations, and some are illuminated box like Metro PCS that has illuminated box, individual letters.
They're gonna be raised one?
Yes.
How far out,
I'm sorry,
how far out did it come out? No,
6 inches.
no, that's 6 inches in height, right?
No, the 20 inches in height,
20 inches in height, 6 inches coming out.
yes.
Okay. This is the reason they're awfully quiet. Any comments? Any motions?
I'd like to make a motion to approve, percentage loss.
I second. Okay, the motion and the second, Humberto Gonzalez? Yeah. Diana Rio?
Yes.
Alvaro Rodrigo?
Yes.
And I vote yes. This item has been approved.
Okay. Next item on your agenda is, at the request of the city commission, the, fence ordinance was referred back to the planning and zoning board. The last time, this ordinance was passed was in 2003. And since that time, there's been different types of materials that have, emerged with, Florida Building Code approval. And, we have had, different, residents request this type of, fence, ordinance to be reviewed and looked at to see if the current placement of the fences, as you will see in the diagrams or towards the back of the ordinance. If you wish to change any of those requirements that are in existence right now, and basically anything in front of the building lines of the building is not allowed to be nor chain wood nor wood. Only allowing for aluminum, or CBS and aluminum combination or iron, rough iron, fencing in the front setbacks of the property. They've asked for you to look at it to see if you could consider changing any of the materials in that area, or to include any of the materials that have been approved by the Florida Building Code since the passage of this ordinance. It's up to you if you want to discuss it tonight, or if you want to take it with you, review it, and discuss it at the next meeting.
What does the board, think or would prefer to do? Take it home, read it, and, come back in the next meeting?
Yeah, I would like to take it home.
I think
Go
so
ahead and
too.
go back.
Yeah,
And I think Mr. Vena, that what you mentioned about, like, to include anything approved by the building code, that's kind of like a blanket, statement as far as materials. As far as materials.
yeah. What I meant by that was, as you know, the Miami-Dade County has approved installations of dog-eared in aluminum. They also have the new plastic that's been approved by the Florida Building Code to install plastic that's being reinforced. So those types of fencing, and then again, to see if you want to still keep clear the area of the setback with decorative fences as they're described in the ordinance.
I think we would all agree, we would prefer, that to remain in the is. And after explaining it, yes, I would agree with you, those, materials you mentioned, do work well and perform well. Here in our
And they
area.
have a longer life expectancy than the wood.
Correct, and wood and chain link, that's not the most aesthetically pleasing there is.
I'd rather get rid of the chain link than keep the wood. Because not everybody can afford the ladder.
No, I think we would keep wood, I mean, I don't know what's in here, but the wood in the rear.
From the front wall of the property
Towards
to
the
the rear.
rear. Correct.
Wood and chain link is allowed right now.
Is allowed there, I don't think
No, I
we should remove
don't
that, to keep the wood.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I know from experience, it looks like maybe 10, 15 years max, if you can really get out of
You
the.
also, you could also include into the ordinance that it needs to be updated.
Maintain and rotted slabs, replace, etc.
So you guys-
that would be a code enforcement thing.
Are you gonna discuss it tonight, or are you gonna table it and come back?
If it's being mentioned, then, yeah.
We're just informally discussing, and we'll take it home and come back, but that's one item we'll touch again.
Well, presently on your question, any fence of any material that's in dilapidated or in a bad state of condition that is more than 50% of the fence is required to be replaced.
No, I know, but I don't want to give, I want to give the residents options.
Correct.
Not just, hey, you gotta meet these parameters.
And that's why it's back here today to include other materials.
I'd rather have them, you know, the ability to close a larger portion of their corner lot, let's say, versus, you know, keeping it within 2%.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Certainly, we can discuss that on the next meeting. Any further questions? Ready? Okay, the planning and zoning meeting of January 26th, 2021 is now adjourned. It is 8:20 p.m. for the record.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night, brother.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Villalobos.